Good morning, dear students. Previous class we completed second topic, structure of atom, and today we will start a new topic, that is fourth topic is chemical bonding. Fourth topic is chemical bonding. Fourth topic, chemical bonding. In your theory examination, the total marks covered in this topic is 11 marks. Total marks 11. And these 11 marks are further divided into 1 2-mark question and 3 3-mark question. 1 into 2 mark, that is 2 mark, 3 questions coming from 3 marks, these are 9. And total marks in this topic is 11. ಈ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ನಿಂದ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ 11 marks in your theory examination cover ಆಗ್ತದೆ. These 11 marks are distributed in 1 question in 2 mark, 1 question ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ 2 mark ಬರ್ತದೆ, and 3 questions are in 3 marks. 3 into 3 9 marks, 1 into 2 2 marks, total 11 marks covered in this topic. Okay, and concentrate, and this topic is very important in the point of examination as well as in competitive exams. Okay, what is chemical bond or chemical bonding? Before going to discussing bond or chemical bond, under normal condition, no element exists as an independent atom in the nature. Independent atom ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನೇಚರ್ದೊಳಗೆ ಯಾವೂ ಇಲ್ವೇ ಇಲ್ಲ, except noble gas. Except noble gas, under normal condition, no element exists as an independent atom in the nature. ಯಾವು ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್ ಐಟಮ್ಸ್ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಾರೆ ನೇಚರ್ದೊಳಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಎಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ನೋಬಲ್ ಗ್ಯಾಸಸ್. ಹವೆವರ್ ಎ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಐಟಮ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರಿಫರ್ ಟು ಕಂಬೈನ್ ಆರ್ ಪ್ರಿಫರ್ ಟು ಎಕ್ಸಿಸ್ಟ್ ಟುಗೆದರ್ ಆಸ್ ಎ ಒನ್ ಸ್ಪೇಸಿಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರಿಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟೀಸ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ಹವೆವರ್ ಎ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಐಟಮ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರಿಫರ್ಸ್ ಟು exist together as a single or one species having characteristic properties, and such a group of atom called molecule anta ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು. Group of atoms called molecules. Group of atoms called molecules anta ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು. And obviously there must be some force which holds these constituent atoms together in the form of molecule. ಈ ಐಟಮ್ಸ್ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ molecule formation ಆಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ there must be a force which holds these constituent atoms in the form of molecule, and this force is called chemical bonding ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಅಂಡರ್ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ನೋ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಸ್ಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಅನ್ ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್ ಆಟಮ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ನೇಚರ್. ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಆಟಮ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ನೇಚರ್ ಯಾವ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಎಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ನೋಬಲ್ ಗ್ಯಾಸಸ್. ಎಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ನೋಬಲ್ ಗ್ಯಾಸ್ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ರಿಮೈನಿಂಗ್ ಆಲ್ ದಿ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಏನದ ಹೇಳ್ರಿ, ದರ್ ಈಸ್ no existence of independent atom in the nature. ನೇಚರ್ದೊಳಗೆ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. And these except noble gas, these have ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ preferred to exist together as a one species having characteristic properties. Atom the property ನ ಬೇರೆ ಇರ್ತದ, after ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ preferred to exist together as a single species like molecule and its properties are different. And obviously there must be some force which holds these constituent atoms together in the form of molecule, and this force is called ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ chemical bonding ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ನಡುವೆ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಏನು ಹೋಲ್ಡ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತದೆ, ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ chemical bonding. And chemical bonding is defined as it is the attractive force which holds various constituent atoms or ions together in different chemical species or same chemical species. That is nothing but chemical bond ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. Chemical bond is the attractive force which holds various constituent atoms or ions together. That is called chemical bond. Chemical bond is nothing but the attractive force which holds various constituent particles like atoms or ions together is called chemical bond. Is called chemical bond. Chemical bond is nothing but the attractive force which holds various one ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಟೂ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಆರ್ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಟೂ ಆರ್ ಮೋರ್ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಯೆಂಟ್ ಐಟಮ್ಸ್ ಹೋಲ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಟುಗೆದರ್, ದೆನ್ ದ ಅಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಕೆಮಿಕಲ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. And this can also be defined as the phenomenon of union of two or more atoms involving redistribution of electrons. ಯಾವ electrons ಹೇಳ್ರಿ? valence electrons. Redistribution of valence electrons so that each atom involved in bonding acquires stable configuration in order to gain stability. That is also called as chemical bonding ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ redistribution of their valence electrons to form bond. ಅವು ಬಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ನಾಗ ಇನ್ವಾಲ್ವ್ ಆಗ್ತಾವೆ. ಟೂ ಆರ್ ಮೋರ್ ಐಟಮ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ವಾಲ್ವಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ redistribution of valence electrons in so that each atom involved in bonding acquires stable configuration. Stable configuration ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಟೈನ್ ಆಗ್ತಾವ. That is also called as, also known as chemical bonding or the phenomenon of union of two or more atoms involving in redistribution of valence electrons so that each atom involved in bonding acquires the stable configuration. In order to gain stability. Is known as chemical bonding. Chemical bonding is defined in two different ways. In the first way, the attractive force which holds various constituent particles like atoms or ions together is called chemical bond anta ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು. Because except noble gas, in ordinary condition no element exists as independent atom in the nature, and however a group of atoms prefer to exist together as one species having different or characteristic properties, and the group of atoms called molecules anta ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. And obviously the force, there must be a force which holds the constituent atoms together in the form of molecules, and this force of attraction or force holds by constituent atoms to form molecules is called chemical bond anta ಕರೀತೀವಿ. And this can also be defined the phenomenon of union of two or more. Union means combined out. Union of two or more atoms involving in redistribution of valence electrons. Valence electron means outermost cell containing electrons called valence electrons anta. So that each atom involved in bonding acquires the stable configuration in order to gain stability is known as chemical bonding. Chemical bonding is defined in two different ways. Combination ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯೂನಿಯನ್ ಆಗ್ತಾವ, that is also called as chemical bonding ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು. Then what are the causes of chemical bonding? What are the causes of chemical bonding? Causes of chemical bonding. Atoms interact with each other to attain stability. Atoms ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆದಾಗ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಸ್ಟೆಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಅಟೈನ್ ಆಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ನೋಡ್ತಾವೆ. And the stability is achieved by two important factors. That first one is attaining stable electronic configuration, that is called octet rule anta ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. And second one is attaining lower energy. These are the two important causes for stability of atom, and atoms interact with each other to attain stable or stability. Atoms interact ಆದಾಗ stability attain ಆಗ್ತಾವೆ. ಈ ಸ್ಟೆಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಯಾವುದರಿಂದ ಬರ್ತೈತಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅಚೀವ್ಡ್ ಬೈ ಟೂ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಈಸ್ ಸ್ಟೇಬಲ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನಿಕ್ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಗರೇಷನ್ and second one is attaining lower energy. Atoms interact with each other to attain stability, and the stability is achieved by two important factors. First one ಯಾವ್ದು ಹೇಳಿದ್ವಿ ನಾವು? First one is attaining stable electronic configuration. Stable electronic configuration that was explained on the basis of octet rule. Octet rule ಮೇಲೆ stable electronic configuration explain. Then second point is attaining lower energy. Lower energy. These are the two important points to attain stability of atoms combined. When the atoms are combined to attain stability, and the stability is achieved by, and stability is due to stable electronic configuration, that is octet rule, and attaining lower energy. We will explain one by one. First one is octet rule. Before going to discussing octet rule, the valence electronic configuration of noble gases is ns2 np6. Noble gas electronic configuration, valence electronic configuration of noble gases is ns2 np6. That means 8 electrons in their valence cell. 8 electrons in their valence cell. Valence cell electronic configuration of noble gases is ns2 np6. That is nothing but 8 electrons. 8 electrons in their valence cell. Valence cell dalli enpa antandre 8 electrons adao except helium. Except helium, because its configuration is 1s2. Except helium, its electronic configuration is 1s2. This is a duplet configuration, but rest of the noble gases having their valence cell electronic configuration is ns2 np6, and in their valence cell 8 electrons are present. And due to the presence of 8 electrons, these are more stable. These having stable configuration and corresponds to maximum stability. 8 electrons adavappa antandre these having maximum enpa antandre stability. 8 electrons means stable electronic configuration. Stable electronic configuration means maximum stability, corresponds to maximum stability. Stability is depends on two important factors anta helinu. First one is attaining stable electronic configuration. Stable electronic configuration means the valence cell electronic configuration of noble gas is ns2 np6. That means 8 electrons in their valence cell. Except helium, its electronic configuration is 1s2. It is a duplet configuration. And these having, or these noble gases have stable electronic configuration, corresponds to maximum stability. All elements other than noble gases, ಈ noble gas ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಉಳಿದ ಎಲ್ಲ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತವೆ ಹೇಳ್ರಿ, all elements other than noble gases having less than 8 electrons in their valence cell. ಎಲ್ಲ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ atoms except noble gas, all atoms having 8 electrons in their less than 8 electrons in their valence cell. ಅದರೊಳಗೆ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ 8 electrons ಗಿಂತ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇರ್ತಾವೆ. Or in other words, outermost cell or outermost cell contain or do not have stable configuration. Outermost cell do not have stable configuration. Stable configuration illpa antandre these atoms having less than 8 electrons. And to achieve the stable configuration of these elements ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾವೆ ಹೇಳ್ರಿ, to loss or gain or sharing of electrons with other elements or with the same atoms, combines with each other or combines with other elements, and to achieve stable configuration, that is nothing but octet ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, other than or all the elements other than noble gases having less than 8 electrons in their outermost cell. Outermost cell ದೊಳಗೆ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ less than 8 electrons ಅದಾವು. Or in other words, outermost cell do not have stable configuration. Therefore, to achieve the stable configuration of these elements, these combined with each other or combined with other elements that attains stable configuration, that is nothing but 8 electrons, that is called in pandra octet anta heltinu. Then octet rule is nothing but the principle of attaining 8 electrons in their valence cell of atom, that is nothing but octet rule anta heltinu. Octet rule is nothing but to the principle of attaining 8 electrons in their valence cell. Valence cell ದೊಳಗೆ 8 electron ಇರಬೇಕು. 8 electron ಅದು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೇನಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ octet rule ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. And this is the base for the electronic theory of valence. Octet rule is the base for the electronic theory of valence. Octet rule is nothing but the principle which attaining 8 electrons in their valence cell of atoms called octet rule. ಇದಕ್ಕೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ನಾವು, octet rule. Octet rule is nothing but the principle of attaining 8 electrons in their valence cell of atoms is called octet rule, and this is the base for the electronic theory of valency. This is the basis of electronic theory of valence. The octet rule is nothing but the principle of attaining 8 electrons in their valence cell of atoms is called octet rule, and it is the basis for electronic theory of valency. This is based on stable electronic configuration. Stable electronic configuration means except helium, all the atoms or all the atoms except noble gases having less than 8 electrons in their outermost cell, and to achieve the stable configuration these interact or combine with each other or with other atoms, and after combining with each other or with other elements in their valence cell it attains stable configuration, that is 8 electrons, and that is called octet rule ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. And this octet rule is also fails in many situations. Octet rule is fails in many situations. ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲಿ ಫೇಲ್ ಆಗ್ತೈತಿ? Octet means valence cell ದೊಳಗೆ 8 electron ಇರಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. First point is it fails in many situations. Octet rule fails in many situations. For example, let us consider a compound BF3. Boron trifluoride containing only 3 bonds, and to the formation of one bond between 2 atoms ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ 2 electrons involve ಆಗಿತ್ತು. 2 plus 2 plus 2, only 6 electrons in their valence shell of boron. Boron ಸುತ್ತಲೂ only ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ 6 electrons ಅದು, 6 electrons. And due to the formation of BF3 molecule, the octet rule is fails, because in their outermost shell, after formation of chemical bond in the BF3 molecule, only 6 electrons are present, and in this case octet rule fails. Second example is in case of SF6 molecule, or SF6, in this case sulfur forming 6 bonds with fluoride ion or fluorine, and for the formation of one bond with 2 atoms or elements, there are 2 electrons are involved, and in this case total 6 bonds means 12 electrons are surrounded by sulfur atom, and this also fails the octet rule. Illu enpa antandre 12 electrons elladaveva around the sulfur atom. After bond formation ಆದಾಗ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ 6 electron. Here also after bond formation in their valence shell of boron only 6 electron. Another example is PCl5. Here there are 5 Cl atoms surrounded by central phosphorus, and it forms 5 bonds with fluorine, and their valence shell electrons in the phosphorus is 10 electrons. ಇದೇನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ 10 electrons. Its structure is, ಇವತ್ತು ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ವಿಲ್ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಡೀಟೇಲ್. ಓಕೆ, there are 5 bonds between phosphorus and chlorine, and the total valence electrons around the phosphorus is 10 electron, and these 3 examples to fail the octet rule. ಇವೆಲ್ಲ 3 example ದಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ octet rule fail ಆಗಿದೆ, because octet rule means in their valence cell compulsory ಏನಿರಬೇಕು 8 electrons ಇರಬೇಕು. Second point is here for hydrogen, helium, lithium, the stable electronic configuration is duplate. Stable electronic configuration ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ 1s2 ಇರ್ತೈತಿ. For hydrogen, helium, and lithium, stable configuration is duplate. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ octet ಇರುವುದಿಲ್ಲ, in this case duplate. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ octet is nothing but the principle of attaining 8 electrons in their valence cell, that is nothing but octet ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. But in these examples 6 electron, 12 electrons, 10 electrons and duplate configuration. ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ these are the some examples for failure of ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ octet rule or limitations of octet rule. Okay. Then next coming to second point, second point is tendency to attain lower energy. Every system in a universe has an inherent tendency to more stable, to attain more stable. ಬೇಕಾದ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ತಗೊಳ್ರಿ, every system in the universe has an inherent tendency to attain more stability by decreasing its energy. ಸ್ಟೆಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಅಟೈನ್ ಆಗ್ತೈತಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅದರದ್ದು ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೈತಿ. ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆದಾಗ ಅದೇನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಸ್ಟೆಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಅಟೈನ್ ಆಗ್ತೈತಿ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ಮಾಡರ್ನ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಬಾಂಡಿಂಗ್, ದ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ಟೇಕ್ಸ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಲೀಡ್ಸ್ ಟು ಅಟೈನ್ ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ಎನರ್ಜಿ, ಆರ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಲೀಡ್ಸ್ ಟು ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ಎನರ್ಜಿ. ಬಾಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಗಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಕಂಪಲ್ಸರಿ ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ಟೂ ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ದೆರ್ ಈಸ್ ಎ ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ಎನರ್ಜಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ ಹೇಳ್ರಿ, ಎವ್ರಿ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಅನ್ ಇನ್ಹೆರೆಂಟ್ ಟೆಂಡೆನ್ಸಿ ಟು ಅಟೈನ್ more stable or more stability. More stability means, more stability is nothing but by decreasing its energy. ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆದ ಕೂಡಲೇ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಸ್ಟೆಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಮೋರ್ ಆಗ್ತೈತಿ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ according to modern concept of bonding, the formation of bond between two atoms, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತೈತಿ ಹೇಳ್ರಿ, the formation of bond between two atoms takes place because it always leads to decrease in the energy. ಬಾಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಗೈತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ಎನರ್ಜಿ. Modern concept of bonding, formation of bonds between atoms takes place because it always leads to decrease in the energy. ಬಾಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗ್ತೈತಿ. ಡ್ಯೂ ಟು ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಸ್ಟೆಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಈಸ್ ಮೋರ್. ಓಕೆ, ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಕೆಮಿಕಲ್ ಬಾಂಡಿಂಗ್, ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಮೇನ್ಲಿ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಆನ್ ಆಕ್ಟೇಟ್ ರೂಲ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ lowering of energy or attains the lower energy ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು. ದೆನ್ two more important points, valence electrons and core electrons. What are valence electrons and what are core electrons? Valence electrons are nothing but the electrons present in the outermost cell. These are called as valence electrons ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. Valence electrons are nothing but electrons present in the outermost cell of an atom, that is nothing but valence electrons, and these valence electrons only involving in chemical combination or chemical reaction or chemical bond. Chemical bonding nag only ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ valence electrons are involved. Only ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ valence electrons are involved in the bond formation or chemical combination or chemical bond. Only ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಇನ್ವಾಲ್ವ್ ಆಗ್ತಾವೆ. ಓಕೆ, ವ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ದಿ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ಔಟರ್ ಸೆಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಅನ್ ಆಟಮ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. ದೆನ್ ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ಕೋರ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್? ದ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ಇನ್ನರ್ ಸೆಲ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಕೋರ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ present in the inner cell of an atom, these are called as core electrons, and in core electrons do not involving in bond formation. Bond formation dolaga core electrons involve agodilla. Only ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ valence electrons are involving in chemical bonding or chemical bond formation. These do not involve in the chemical bond formation. Chemical bond formation ದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ core electrons are not involved, only the valence electrons are involved in the bond formation or chemical combination. Okay, then next coming to an important concept, that is Lewis symbol. Important concept, Lewis symbol. This is a very important concept. G.N. Lewis is an American scientist, introduced a simple notation to represent the valence electrons. Lewis symbol ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ to represent the simplest notation for representation of valence electrons. Valence electrons ಅನ್ನು represent ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು simple notation, that is called ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ Lewis symbol ಅಂತ. G.N. Lewis is an American scientist, introduced a simple notation to represent the valence electrons in an atom is called Lewis symbol ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. Lewis symbol is nothing but G.N. Lewis is an American scientist, introduced a simple notation to represent the valence electrons in an atom. Valence cell electrons ಅನ್ನು represent ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ notation, valence cell. And to write the Lewis symbol, two important followings, that is to write the Lewis symbol, two rules are followed. First one, write the symbol of an element the symbol first ಬರಿಬೇಕು. Then second one is symbol is surrounded by dots or crosses which indicates the valence shell electrons. Symbol is surrounded by the dots or crosses which indicates the number of valence electrons. Number of valence electrons are indicated by dots or crosses around the symbol. For example, let us consider hydrogen. Its symbol is H11. Symbolic representation is H11. Atomic number is 1, mass number is also 1. Atomic number 1 means the valence electrons are in this, only one valence electron is present and its electronic configuration is 1s1. And the representation of Lewis symbol is or H cross. Symbol, first write the symbol of an element H. Second point is symbol is surrounded by the dots or crosses which indicates the number of valence electrons. One dot or one cross around the symbol that indicates the valence electron. Another example is lithium. This is the second example. This one is the first example. Lithium, its electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s1. This is the 1s2 means core electrons. These are the core electrons, and 2s1 indicates the valence electrons, and its Lewis symbol is lithium, Li, and around the symbol only one dot or one cross that indicates the number of valence electrons in the lithium. Second example is beryllium. Its electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2. These are the core electrons and these are the valence electrons, and the Lewis symbol is first writing the symbol, and second point is around the symbol number of dots indicates the valence shell electron. Valence shell electrons are 2. Fourth one is boron. 1s2, 2s2, 2p1. These are the valence electrons and this is the core electron. Core electrons are not involved in the bond formation. Only valence electrons are involved in the bond formation, and its Lewis symbol is S. Next is carbon. 1s2, 2s2, 2p2. 4 valence electrons are present in carbon and these are represented in Lewis dot symbol. Around the carbon there are 4 dots indicates the 4 valence electrons. Next is nitrogen. 1s2, 2s2, 2p3. There are 5 electrons in their valence shell of nitrogen and 5 dots around the nitrogen that represents the Lewis symbol. This is the Lewis symbol of nitrogen. Next one is oxygen. Fluorine, neon. In oxygen, electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p4. These are the valence electrons, 2s2 and 2p4. There are 6 valence electrons, and around the oxygen there are 6 dots that represents Lewis symbol of oxygen. In case of fluorine, the electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p5. There are 7 valence electrons. These are the valence electrons. Mark madilla. These are the valence electrons. And around the fluorine, 7 dots are present that indicates the 7 valence electrons around the fluorine. That is, in their valence shell of fluorine, 7 electrons. In the neon, 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, and in their valence shell it attains octet. ಇದೇನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಆಕ್ಟೇಟ್ ಐತಿ. 8 ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಅದಾವ. ನಿಯಾನ್ ಸುತ್ತಲೂ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ 8 ಡಾಟ್ಸ್ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಬರೆದ್ಬಿಟ್ರಿ. ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ದಿ ಲೆವಿಸ್ ಸಿಂಬಾಲ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್: ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್, ಲಿಥಿಯಂ, ಬೆರಿಲಿಯಂ, ಬೋರಾನ್, ಕಾರ್ಬನ್, ನೈಟ್ರೋಜನ್, ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್, ಫ್ಲೋರಿನ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ನಿಯಾನ್. These are the Lewis symbols of some elements. Lewis symbol is nothing but ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಿ ನೀವು? It is a simple notation to represent the valence shell electrons around the atom. This is the simple notation to represent the valence shell electrons in an atom, that is called Lewis symbol. Okay, and here significance of Lewis symbol. What is the significance? In case of, first is significance. Lewis symbol. The total number of dots around the element or atom, that indicates the total number of valence electrons anta heltanu. The number of dots around the atom, that indicates the number of valence electron, and the number of valence electrons are used to calculate the group valency of an element. The number of valence electrons are used to calculate the group valency of an atom or element. ಇವು ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ವ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ದಿಂದ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ವ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸಿ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ valence electrons are used to calculate the group valence of an element. Group valence of an element is calculated by using valence electrons, by using Lewis dot symbol, and this group valence is generally either equal to number of dots around the atom or 8 minus number of dots or valence electrons. This group valency is calculated. Group valency of an element is equal to number of dots around the atom. Number of dots means number of ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ valence electrons, or group valency of an element is equal to 8 minus number of dots or valence electrons. The group valency is calculated by using this way or this way. In some cases, the group valency is directly equal to number of dots around the atom or element. That is nothing but number of valence electrons is equal to group valency in some cases. And in some other cases, the group valency is calculated by 8 minus number of dots. Number of dots means valence electrons. For example, let us consider, three elements: sodium, magnesium and aluminum. These are the three elements, and for their Lewis dot symbol Na, its atomic number is 11, and in their valence shell 3s1, only one dot. And for magnesium, this is an alkaline earth metal, in their valence shell 2 electrons and around the symbol 2 dots. And in case of aluminum, in their valence shell there are 3 electrons and around the aluminum 3 dots are written. These are the Lewis dot symbols. And group valency of sodium. Group valency of sodium, that is nothing but number of dots around the atom, that is group valency. Group valency of sodium is 1 because only one dot around the sodium element or atom. And in case of magnesium, the group valency is 2 because which contain 2 dots or 2 valence electrons. And similarly, in case of aluminum, there are 3 valence electrons and its group valency is 3. The group valencies are directly calculated in elements, that is equal to number of valence electrons in case of these. And in some other examples, for example, let us consider nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine and neon. These are the some other type of examples. And in this case, the Lewis dot structures of these are already known. In nitrogen, there are 5 valence electrons and 5 dots. In oxygen, there are 6 dots, means 6 valence electrons, and in fluorine 7 dots means 7 valence electrons, and in case of neon 8 dots means stable configuration, that is Ns2np6, that one is noble gas. And from these elements the group valencies are calculated. Group valency of nitrogen is equal to, group valency of nitrogen second formula itla idನ್ನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ. In this case 8 minus number of valence electrons are 5 and its group valency is 3, and group valency of oxygen is equal to 8 minus 6, that is equal to 2. Group valency of oxygen is 2. Similarly, group valency of fluorine is 8 minus 7, that is 1. And group valency of neon 8 minus 8, that is 0. The group valencies are calculated in two different ways. In some examples or in most of the cases, the group valencies are nothing but number of dots or number of valence electrons, and in some other cases the group valencies are calculated by 8 minus valence electrons or number of dots. Okay, in this way the group valencies are calculated, and this is the significance of Lewis symbol. Lewis symbol in the group valency can be easily calculated. That one is the significance. Next is Kozl-Lewis approach towards chemical bonding. Approach towards chemical bonding. Next concept is Kozl-Lewis approach to chemical bonding. In the year 1916, Kozl and Lewis independently explained the chemical bonding or the bond formation. These two scientists in the year 1916 introduced for explanation of chemical bonding in terms of electrons. In terms of electrons ದೊಳಗೆ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ chemical bond formation ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ explain ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. In terms of electrons, these two scientists independently introduced a formation of chemical bond in terms or based on electrons, and in this Kozl explained the formation of electrovalent bond. Kozl ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ formation of electrovalent bond ಬಗ್ಗೆ explain ಮಾಡಿ. Formation of electrovalent bond. Electrovalent bond is nothing but ionic bond, and Lewis explains the formation of covalent bond. These two scientists independently explain the formation of covalent as well as the electrovalent bonds, and their explanation is mainly based on chemical inertness of noble gas. These two scientists explain the formation of chemical bond in terms of electrons, and their explanation is ಏನದೈತ್ರಿ based on ಯಾವುದ್ರ ಮೇಲದ chemical inertness. Their explanation is based on the chemical inertness of noble gases. That means after formation of chemical bond ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗಬೇಕಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸ್ಟೇಬಲ್ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಗರೇಷನ್ ನೋಬಲ್ ಗ್ಯಾಸ್ chemical inertness of noble gas configuration attain ಆಗಬೇಕು. That is nothing but octet ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. In this there are three important postulates of Kozl-Lewis approach of chemical bond to chemical bonding is, first one is the valence of an element depends on the number of valence electrons. Valence of an element is depends on number of valence electrons in a stable atom anta helತಾರೆ. Valence of an element is depends on number of valence electrons in its stable state. First one is valence of an element depends upon the number of valence electrons in its stable state. Stable state means stable atom irಬೇಕು. That is, in for example, let us consider noble gases. Noble gas means in their valence shell 8 electrons are present and it indicates these are inactive. 8 electrons iddu andre inactive. These are enpa andre chemical inertness bant adukku. Okay? For example, noble gases contains 8 electrons. These are inactive. Except mathil enpa antandre helium, because this configuration is 1s2. Okay? First postulate of Kossel-Lewis approach to chemical bonding is valence of an element is depends on the number of valence electrons in its stable state. And for example, noble gases except helium in their valence shell 8 electrons and these are chemically inactive, more stable and inactive. Then other than noble gases, their valence shell is less than 8 electrons. Other than valence shell in other than noble gases, in their valence shell electrons are less than 8. And these elements, to achieve stable arrangement, that is nothing but octet, by loss or gain or sharing of electrons. Other than noble gases ಏನರ್ತಾವೆ ಹೇಳ್ರಿ, in their valence shell electrons are less than 8. That is stable electronic configuration. To achieve stable configuration, that is nothing but octet, some of the elements lose or gain or sharing of electron. Other than noble gases are attaining stable configuration that is octet by the loss or gain or sharing of electrons. ಒಂದೇ electron loss ಆಯಿತು ಅಂದರೆ simple electron. More than one electrons loss, gain or sharing means electrons. Okay? Other than noble gases, these are not stable configuration, and to achieve stable configuration, that means octet configuration, they lose or gain or share electrons. Then third point is the valency of an atom or element is equal to lost number of electrons lost, gain or share. ಎಷ್ಟು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತಾವ ಅಥವಾ ಎಷ್ಟು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಶೇರ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತಾವ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಗೇನ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತಾವೆ. ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ವ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಆ್ಯನ್ electron. Valence of an atom is equal to number of electrons lost, gained or shared. Valence of an atom is equal to number of electrons lost or gained or shared. These are the three important postulates of Kossel-Lewis approach to chemical bonding. Kossel-Lewis approach to chemical bonding means in the 1916 Kossel and Lewis independently explained the formation of chemical bond in terms of electrons, and the independent explanation of Kossel is due to the formation of electrovalent, that means ionic bond, and Lewis explained the formation of covalent bond, and their explanation is based on the chemical inertness of noble gases. Chemical inertness of noble gases, that means these are explained in the postulates. The first postulate is valence of an element is depends on the number of valence electrons number of valence electrons in its stable element. For example, let us consider valence of sodium. Valence of sodium means valence electron is only one and its valency is 1. For example, nitrogen, the group valency is calculated by 8 minus 5 and its valency is 3. The number of electrons around the atom that indicates or depends on valence of an element. ಈಗ 5 electrons ಅದವಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ valence of an electron is depends on number of valence electrons. Then second one is other than noble gases, these are less stable, and to achieve more stable or stability, that is octet, by loss or gain or share of electrons. ಸ್ಟೇಬಲ್ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಗರೇಷನ್ ಅಟೈನ್ ಆಗಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತಂದ್ರೆ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಲಾಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತಾವ ಅಥವಾ ಗೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತಾವ ಅಥವಾ ಶೇರಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತಾವ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್, ದ ವ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಆ್ಯನ್ ಆಟಮ್ ಈಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಏನದಲ್ರಿ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆರ್ ಗೇನ್ಡ್ ಆರ್ ಶೇರ್ಡ್. ವ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಆ್ಯನ್ ಆಟಮ್ ಈಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್, ಎಷ್ಟು ಲಾಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತಾವಲ್ಲ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ವ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸಿ. ಎಷ್ಟು ಗೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತಾವಲ್ಲ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸಿ. ಎಷ್ಟು ಶೇರಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತಾವಲ್ಲ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ವ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸಿ ಆಫ್ ಆನ್ ಆಟಮ್ ಆರ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್. ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ದಿ brief introduction about chemical bonding. Then next class we will discuss types of chemical bonding. Okay, thank you.